Hi students, welcome to this online class. So today we are going to cover word processing software so that we are going to use as MS Word. So you have used MS Word already in your number of assignments, but if you know some things from this list that we are going to cover today, it will be a revision for you and I'm sure there will be some topics that would be new to you. So let's see the outline. So the outline of the course is already provided to you. Now we are going to cover the same topics that are written in your outline, so that are related to word processing software. So these are not all of the topics, which means we will have one more, I think, recorded lecture on this, and then I will assign you some activities to do that will help you to go through these concepts practically as well. So your exam will be based on word processing, and there are two more things. One of them is the spreadsheets, and the other is the presentation software, that is PowerPoint. So these three softwares are required or basically included, or your final is completely based on these three things. So let's see what we are going to cover today. So this is very basic in the start. So the course is designed in the way that a student from a background that is basically a student from any background, even with the zero knowledge of computer. So we are going to train him for this software. So first thing is start word processing software, then open and close word processing document, save the document, insert text in document, edit document by deleting and restoring text. We are going to look into that as well. Then in the document, you need to cut, paste, and copy text, and then selecting the text effectively. We are going to look into that as well. Then we will move to the text properties, how we can change or alter the text, the color, the size of the text. We can add hyperlinks as well. So you can see text alignment is already written over here. Then we have character spacing. So if we want to give spacing between the characters, we can do this in word processing document or word processing software as well. Now, after that, we are going to cover the page properties, where we will be looking into the orientation of our page, margins, columns, page size, and we will look into inserting header and footer as well. And then we need to apply the paragraph properties. We are going to see how we can apply paragraph properties, which includes alignment, indentation, spacing between lines, and paragraph. So we will look into that as well. Then we have bullets and numbered lists, which we can say as ordered lists and unordered lists. So we are going to see how we can use these bullets and numbered lists in Word document. Then we have drop caps. That's also one of the concept. We are going to look into that as well. So if the lecture goes too long, I'll have to skip it and then record it another lecture on these topics as well, so that you can clearly understand each of things. Otherwise, the lecture won't be too long and you might lose your focus. So it is recommended that you can revisit this video and rewatch this video if you have any confusions, or you can send me an email and we can finalize the time to understand these concepts. Okay. Now, how to open the word processing document? So this document written over here that you can see right now on your screen is also written in the word processing document. So let me show you how to open word processing. So in the search over here, you are going to write Word or MS Word. So you can see this app over here. When you click on this, you will be able to open a new document. So you have to select new blank document. So this is a new blank document that we have opened in the MS Word. Okay. So the next thing over here in the outline that we have is open and close word processing document. So in order to close this document, it is very easy. We can just click on this cross sign over here that is on the top right. When we are going to click on this, it will close the document. Okay, so it has closed this document. So let's open this document again, because we are going to see how we are going to save a document. Okay. So let's open a blank document and write something on it. This is let's say document. Okay. And now if I want to save this document, so I can go on file and then over here I can see the option for the save. So when I going to click save, so you can see this, I can select my files from here wherever I want to save this file. So it is always recommended whenever you are working in any software that does not automatically save files. So you have to keep on saving your file. Okay, so here you can give the name to your document. You can say new document or something like this, whatever you want to give it a name you can. So you can see this save as type. This will automatically be Word document, which shows that this is a word processing document. So, so right now you can see this, it is in my documents folder. So I can change this to downloads folder. So then it will be saved in the downloads folder. So it's up to you wherever you want to save it. So if you can see over here, I can save it over here with the new doc file. So I've saved this. When I'm going to click save, it will be saved. Okay. So when I'm be working on this, if I want to, like when I'm going to change anything in it, and you can see, I can write this is a new line. Okay. So I have edited this document now. So if I want to save this document now again, so I just need to click on save. Now it will automatically be saved at the same location. So if we'll open the same file, we are going to look and see the changes that we have done in the file. Okay, let's move further with this. So how we are going to insert text in the document. So simply, as you can see this, I have this cursor that I am moving over here. You can see on the screen. So you can see this line that is blinking over here. So I am just going to click on my keyboard and write few things. For example, I'm writing my name over here. So this is how we can add the text and the document. Okay. So you just need to type on the keyboard and then you can use backspace to just uh, remove the text as well. Okay. So after this, we are going to see how to edit document by deleting and restoring text. So let me show you uh, some text over here. So let me show you text. So if this is text over here that says, "Hi, welcome to the online class for learning word processing basics. You will be learning new things today. Good luck and enjoy learning. God bless you all." So this is just few random lines that I have written in the same document. So instead of going to the other document, it is better we can understand the concepts in the same document. Then we don't have to change the screens. So over here, if you can see, uh, in this document over here, if I want to delete this word that is learning, or maybe if I want to delete the whole line that says welcome to the online class. So I'm just going to select this text. We'll come to the point how we are going to select this text. It is the next topic we are going to cover. So just when I've highlighted this text, it means that I have selected this text and I'm going to click either backspace or I can click delete as well to just remove this text. Okay. So once this text is removed, now if I want to restore it, which means I want the text back again at the same position or whatever the changes I have done, I want to undo that. So in order to undo whatever I have done, I need to click the key that is Control key and then Z. So that is basically the shortcut for the undo. So you have to keep pressing Control button and click on Z. So the changes will be reverted back. Okay. So in this is how we are going to delete the text and then we can restore the text as well. So undo also works when you have given a color to or you change the font of your text or you have changed the color of your text, then when you are going to undo that, so it will give you the original color or the previous color of your text as well. Okay, so let's move further. So after that, we have cut, paste, and copy, cut, copy, and paste text. And also, if you can see select text efficiently, we are going to look into that as well. Okay, so if you can see over here, how to select the text efficiently, I think we should cover this first, like how to select the text. Okay, so if you can see my cursor over here, wherever I'll just click the blinking line, it will goes over there. Okay, so you can see this blinking over here. So what I can do, I can left click on my mouse and I can drag my mouse towards the right side, and you can see that I'm able to copy the text. Okay, and now I can apply any properties. Sorry, not copy the text, highlight the text or select the text. Okay, so I have selected this text. Now I can click a backspace and delete it, or I can copy this text and paste it somewhere. Okay, there is another way to select the text as well. It is with the help of your keyboard. You're just going to, so if you can see this blinking line over here, so you can move this line with the arrow keys on your keyboard as well. So in order to select text, you need to click Shift, and then with the help of your arrow keys, you can select the text. Okay, so once the text is selected, if I want to uh, cut this text and paste it somewhere else, so you can just right click on your mouse, and you can see this option of cut and copy. You can either copy it, you can cut it as well. So when you click on cut, it will just remove all the text that we have copied as we have selected. And over here, if we can see, we have the option for paste. Okay, so we can paste it. So here it will select the same fonts. So keep source formatting. So you can click any of these if you want the same fonts. We are going to click over here. Otherwise, the features font text. So you can click over here like this and it will paste. So uh, the other way to do this is that we can do copy paste as well, but the other way of cutting it is, so you can use the short key for this. So if I'll just press Control Z, it will just undo the things that I've already done. Okay, so the text is selected now, and uh, for copying it now, I can click over here on copy. So I need to right click with my mouse and I can see this copy over here. Instead of this, the text is selected, I can click Control C for copy and Control V for the paste. And you can see I have copied and pasted over here. Okay, the same text is pasted down there. So similarly, if I want to cut it, so I can just click, so I'll select the above one again. So I need to click the short key Control X, it will cut it, and then Control V is for pasting the text. Okay, so it's here. I hope you understand the cut, copy, and paste thing. So now let's move further with the text properties. So if you want to change the fonts, font sizes, then we have, okay, let's stick to fonts and font sizes and also see how to change the color. So over here, if we can go to this text over here, and we want to change the font of this text. So we need to select the text for which we want to change the font. So we come over here in home. So you can see over there we have the font written. So we can select the font we want to change. So you can see, so let us change its font to, normally we use Times, so we'll write Times New Roman. And you can see the text font is changed, and now we can also change its size. Okay, so I'm increasing its size to 16. So you can see this. Also, if we want to change the color of this text, so This over here is for the font color. Okay, it has changed. We have changed this to red color. You can choose other colors from here as well. So if you want to change the background for this text, just select the text and click on this pencil and this color icon over here. So you can see we can change this its colors as well. So this is for the background. So if you can see the font color for this text, it is still black, but the background is yellow now. Okay. Okay, so we have seen font and font size as well. So if you can see this icon over here, it's small arrow over here. So you can either press control button and control key and D to open it up, or you can click over here to see it further. When I'm going to click it over here, you can see this clearly. I have, if I come over here in fonts, so it will, we can select fonts from here as well, but it is totally fine. We can do it with the shortcut that is given to us over here. Now there is one more thing that I would like to mention, as if we want to strike through this text, let's say I want to strike through this welcome over here, so I can click over here and you can see this here, it's written strike through. When I'm going to click over here and I'll click on OK, so it will strike through the text that I have over here. Okay. Now let's see the next topic we have as, now we are going to see regarding characters, then text alignment, hyperlink, and character spacing. Okay. So if we want to make or make this space between the characters a bit uh, bigger, so if you can see this, let me take this word that is learning. I want this that each character that is L, E, A, R, N, and so on, it must have more space than the space that already we have over here. So we need to go over here again. In the font section, you can see this arrow. We are going to go over here. We need to click over here on advanced, and over here you can see that it says character spacing. So we can change the spacing of the characters. So over here in it's written normal. Over here you can just specify the spacing that you want to give. So we can increase this, or you can just write something over here, something like, let's say 10. So if you can see, give uh it will assign it a value of 10. You can see over here as well. When I'm going to click OK, so you can see we have 10 points spacing in this word over here. So this is how you give spacing. So of course it's not looking very nice in this form, but of course then you have some requirements where you have to give headings and you have to give the spacings. You can give it in this way. Okay, so few more things on this, that if we want to align the text, so what does that mean is, so if you can see this paragraph and if you can see this left side of this paragraph, so this text is basically left aligned. Okay, so if I want to align it in the center, I need to click over here. So you can see it says center. Over here, if you can see, this is aligned to the left. Okay, so when I click on the center, now the text is aligned from the center. And you can see we have some different spacing over here. So when it is right aligned, so the document over here is aligned from the right, which means it is in a straight line from the right side. Okay, so we have in actual four alignments for the text. One of them is left, where we have alignment from the left, and you can see on the right, it has many different type, like many different spaces. For example, here we have more space than this one, and then here we have a lot of space. Now, if you can see when you do the center one, so it is different from the both sides. If you can see left and right, there is no alignment from the left and right. So when we do right alignment, so now the text is aligned from the right side. And there is one more alignment that is called as justified. So when we write the reports, formal reports, or even in the newspaper, it is used, they used justified text alignment. The reason for this is that in justified text alignment, you can see this, that your text is aligned from both left and right side as well. So you can see these, compare these two lines, the word you written over here and enjoy. These are exactly, if you can see, spacing after these two words is exactly the same. So it is aligned from the right, and over here you can see as well, it is aligned from the left as well. Okay, so these are the four types of alignments that we have. Or of course, and of course, you can apply these font properties as well. So you can see we have bold. So the short form for this is Control plus B. Then we have italic. In order to make your text italic, we can underline the text as well. So you can see these icons over here. And of course, the strike through is over here as well. That is a shortcut for the strike through, which I removed just now. I hope you are understanding this and following this. Okay, so after that, we have the hyperlink that we just missed. Hyperlink, how to add hyperlink in your text. So in order to add a hyperlink over here, let's say in the text I want to click on a word, and it will open up in the browser a link. Let's say somewhere here, if I have written a word, let's say Facebook, and I'll attach that Facebook, and I want to attach a hyperlink on this. So I need to select this word and click on this link. And then I have to click over here, that is existing file or web page. And here what I'm going to write is is www.facebook.com, google.com, or wherever you want to send your user when they click on this word. So when we come over here or hover over it, you can see it says control plus click. So we are going to click on control and click on this, basically the right button of your mouse, the right click. So we need to press it with the control so it will open up the Facebook page. So in this way, you can attach different links on different words in your document. Okay. So this is very important for you to know about this. Let's move to the orientation of the page, margins, columns, and page size, and how we can insert header and footer. I think after these topics, we are going to do the rest of the topics later, and I'll share some activities with you that are based on these so that you can practice it. Okay, so let's move to orientation, page orientation, margin, columns, and page size. Insert header and footer. So what is the orientation of page? So either it is landscape or it is portrait. Now, what is the difference between them? So before that, if you can see and find the layout written over here, you need to click on this. So anything related to the page properties, it's in these columns. You can see these margins written over here, orientation written over here, size, columns. It's already written over there, but you can click this icon over here as well, similar to the one we used for the font. So you can see we have this margins, these margins, this is the properties related to the paper we have, and then these are the layouts that we regarding the layout of the page. Okay, so first of all, the first thing we are going to see is the orientation. You can select the orientation from here as well, but here I can show you that as well. So we have two types of orientations. One is portrait, that is the current orientation of our document, and the other one is landscape. So you need to remember this. The length of your, basically the height of your document, that is basically vertically, the height of your document in portrait is greater than the width of the document. Okay, so the height is greater than width. That is what we call as portrait orientation. So when it is landscape, it is the inverse of this, which means the width will be more than the height of the document. Okay, so if I click on the landscape over here, so you can see over here the display, the width is greater than the height, and here the height is greater than the width. Now, if you can see, so let me apply this first so you can see in the document as well. So now you can see the change in the document. So we can change the orientation back to portrait. Now, if you can see, from here we have something called as paper, where we can select the paper size. So you can select it as a letter or some other from the drop down menu, and you can assign the value of the height and width. Now you need to see this clearly, and you don't have to confuse yourself on this. So you can see the width of this paper is 8.5 and the height is 11. As it is in portrait mode right now, it means that the height is greater, 11 is greater than the width, that is 8.5. But when I'm going to change its orientation to landscape and I come here in the paper tab, you can see this. Now the width is greater than the height. So in the exam, if some values are given to you, so you have inserted those values, but later on when you are going to change the orientation, remember this, these value will change. So you do not have to worry on this. It is totally fine. Okay. Okay, after this orientations, let's move to the margins. Okay, we have the margins of the page that is selected 1 inch over here. This is basically the double quote sign, quotation sign or the quotation mark we have. And this is the top margin, bottom margin, left margin, and right margin. That is by default, it is 1 inch for now. So I can show you that. So this is margin is basically the space above this text over here on. So this is the margin top, this is margin left, and over here if I'll just right align this text so you can see this, that we have left with some space over here, that is margin on the right. And similarly we have margin over here in the bottom as well. Okay, so we can adjust these margins accordingly. So we need to come over here in the page layout. We can reduce this. So normally it is 1 inch everywhere, but we can reduce it to 0.5. So when I'm going to click on this, so you can see now the text is just 0.5 inches away from this. So you can see this scale over here as well. We have 0.5 over here. So when I'm going to click on one, you can see this scale moving. So we are going to write in between this. So we can change the margin from this arrow sign or the arrow icon over here, and we can change whatever value we want to put into it. Okay. So we are done with this as well. Now, if you can see this, so I'll just bring this one back. Just give me a second. Okay, it's over here now. Now, if we want, so you can see this is a lot of text, and it is on 2 pages right now, almost 2 pages, and then I have some text afterwards as well. So this is just one column presentation of this document. So if we can go to this page layout, and we have this written over here that says columns. You click on this and change it into two. So it will divide your page into two. So what happens is that you start from here, writing, and you start writing. When you come to this point, you are not going to the next page, but you are going to the next column of your document that is written over here. Okay, so this is an important point for the columns when you have to use your left and right side of paper in this way. You can increase the columns as well, let's say 3 columns and so on. You can do that, but it's up to the requirement and the text you have. So now I'll just change it to 1 column again so you can see this the document is. and their original form. And if you can see the size written over here, when you click on this, you can see different sizes of the paper. So there's a A4, that is the legal size that most of us use for the assignments. I think we normally use A4 size for this. For the assignments, then we have a paper that is a bit bigger than A4 that we call as A3 paper. And we have other forms as well. Now for the legal documents, we have uh, legal size as well. So what happens is that in the Word, so we already know where we are going to print the document or on which size we need to print it. So for if we want to print it on A4 size, so try to select the size A4 first and then try to do your assignment so that when you print, so the font remains the same or the size remains the same. Otherwise, if the size in the, let's say you have selected A3 from here from the size and you are printing it on A4 paper. Now A3 size is bigger than A4, so it will not print correctly on the paper. So you will skip some of your content from there. Okay, now the last point over here we have to cover today is insert header and footer. So header and footer is something that will appear above over here. Okay. So whatever we are going to write in header or in the footer, the header will appear on the top of your document and then footer will appear over here at the bottom of your document. So it will be appearing on every page. So sometimes it is important that you need to write in your report your name on every page. So you can just put that in the header. Remember this, it would be inside the area where we have given the margins. Okay? So it means that it will remain over here. Now, in order to insert a header, you can just double click over here on the top of the document. If you can see this again, if you just double click over here, you will get into uh, the header and I can write my name over here. Okay. So similar, instead of this, if you want to add a header without double clicking it, you can see over here, we have this option for header. Click over here and click blank and you will get a blank header from here. Similarly, right now we have not selected a footer. You can just double click for the footer as well and you can see this footer written over here and you can write it. Uh, Similarly, if you can see, we'll go to insert again. I'll click on this footer, I'll blank. So you can see over here. So I can write uh, word basics, word basics. Okay. Now if you can see, I'll just click over here and my footer is over there. Okay. Now, if you can see, so just focus over here. This is page number 1. We have 3 pages and this is the footer. Now, if I'm going to page number 2, I can see the header there. I can see the footer there. Similarly, for the page number 3, I can see the header and I can see the footer as well. Okay. And now we are done with the header and footer. Just one more important point over here that we can align this text as well. So if I want to center align this, I'll just click on this. Now my name is centered over here. Similarly, I can align it to the right as well, and it will automatically goes down on every page of my document. Okay, so in the next class, we will cover some more topics on this, and then I'll share some activities regarding the next topics and this topic as well. So for now, we are good to go and have a nice day. Thank you so much for attending. Bye bye.